we can continue my journey with Final Fantasy XVI. And I noticed when I started this game that there was actually a new patch or update. And it seems that there is now new DLC, Echoes of the Fallen, which you are able to buy from PlayStation Store. So stories about the new DLC are now true. So Echoes of the Fallen is available. So this is totally new thing. And in previous episode, I did couple of side stories, and actually this Chocobo, yellow Chocobo icon is the new one in the Wall of Memories. So it's actually this Martha's Rest signboard, which was obtained in last episode. And actually it shows a sleeping Chocobo. And okay, let's look, what do we have? There are some new notes. The courage to fight. What happened in Eastpool with the Bearers and the Guardians has been a long time coming, and I'm proud that it could finally happen here in Rosaria. The Duchy of Old may be no more, but Archduke Elvin dream still burns in the hearts of many, and it is through victories such as these that the fire will spread. This is only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is. And this is message from Martha. And then what else? Telamon made. Ah, this is new message from Mid. Thanks again for helping get the dungeon in order. Had you not rolled gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owen and them lot would still be stuck stealing Blightwood over Bonner. There is always room for improvement, though, so don't get your knickers in a knot should I come knocking at your chamber door and looking for more spears and ass and whatnot. And I think there are still some side quests to do.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
I just checked there is something new here. I just check if it's easily available. No, it's not easily displayed, but our redstone tasks are very long ones, and they are so you are redoing those stories which you have already completed. So it's kind of high score action. And do we have anything here? Let's see.
How are you doing? Here you go.
So last time we completed this, and also this is completed. But here are actually 3 new ones. So let's travel here. And okay, it was very near.
Take that, you naughty thief! And that!
Stop it, Renz! It's dangerous!
live! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together. Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats, and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear child. And the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders.
School, first building.
Maybe a rather worrying one just over the horizon. May there indeed. I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws. And they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
Lord Underhill.
How could I refuse? Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you. I'll go and speak with him.
Okay, more details.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy.
The League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalimil, Victor?
It's Victor.
Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnes by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Okay, so it's like make for the bandit camp. I think I little bit change wind abilities. The moment we have Deadly Embrace, and I remove this one. If I remember, was it Wicked Wheel? What do we have? Deadly Embrace, Wicked Wheel. And I changed also this one. So it's this cog.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers. Take his head off!
Too slow. Nice try. I better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
Okay, there was a surprise.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try. And that is all I can ask of you.
you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
He knew all along that he was playing us for fools.
And we fell for it. We followed him. A bearer.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
Underhill.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
I assume the situation is hopeless? There's still hope. But... perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor? Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Looks like situation is not that good.
I'm going to go with him. Why is everyone being mean to Lubor? He didn't do anything wrong.
I think there were a couple other ones. Okay, here is one. There is something new in the shop. Ah, over here is again also something. Maybe I visit the shop before.
I think we'd better shut up.
Sounds like something's happening in the square.
Anything I can interest you in?
There are a couple of songs.
My thanks. Thank you for your custom.
Those damned blackguards took all my best pieces. Just my luck that we were robbed by connoisseurs.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
What do you mean, don't jump to conclusions? He cast a spell without a crystal. What other conclusion is there?
Okay, I jump. And I jump here.
The bearer of the burning quill is within, my lord. Prithee enter.
Ah, this was the special location.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
So it seems that it's time to get familiar with Undying.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another Lost Wing. I hope the inhabitants are just as friendly.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamo.
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the elder?
Aha, totally new location.
It's been coughing less of late.
Yes. Here's the scraps you're after.
An ether flood, yes. And not a stone's throw away.
This is hide unlike any I've had the pleasure of handling. My clients will pay a fortune for the merest scrap.
Okay, now it is a right direction.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field. Now that you wear the Phoenix down, our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Safe. Enough of you, are there?
What a drop. Cannot go this way. there is some special monster. Okay, we found at least one special one.
Another God's forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. Go empty your pockets. Let's have fun.
Torgal has transformed to the Frost Wolf. Okay, Class B monster defeated. We get one special item, Scarletite, one of the hardest metals known to man. Scarletite is highly sought after by those with the means to pay its exorbitant asking price. The price determined not by its rarity, but due to the fact The forge must employ no fewer than live healthy bearers to produce flames hot enough to melt the ore, at which time it takes upon the deep scarlet hue from which takes its name.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew. I needed that.
We have another way to go around. Okay, so we cannot go this way. So it's blocked. Ah, here is something. Looks like special. Is it monster? Yes, it's monster, class A. So this is second monster this time.
No chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Too slow. Let's try.
Ah, kick. Triple kick. Okay, this was class A monster. What did we get? Comet weather. As truly red chocobos are rare, one might assume the same could be said of the weathers Yet somehow they are found in nearly every market from Dalini to Northridge, contrary to what the merchants hawking them would have you believe. However, the items on sale are more often than not the feathers of robins or even common hens.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
So this was actually second special. And I'm just checking if I can find another route to the side quest. Sometimes it can also be that you need to forward with the main quest to get the ability to advance in the side quest. Make for the creature. Make a little bit target.
Nice try. Kill!
Okay, it seems that our way is blocked. But here, maybe okay, I check this route. Okay, this looks more promising route. Titan's Wake.
Farewell. Get up.
Enough of you, are there? I needed that.
Hyvä, tsekkaan otorauta.
Too slow.
Let's try.
Here is something. Ring of. I just check what was it. Ring of Demolitionist increases magic burst. Will damage. Okay, now it seems to be a direct route. Aha, bridge. This is totally new location. Oh.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors.
whatever that thing is. I'd say it's their leader. Nice try. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Few survivors.
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
A little bit. Looking a little bit. What is here?
Think no more of us, my lord. Only deliver our findings to the bearer of the burning quill.
Let us continue then. There is a second hull further in.
I shall prepare the parchment.
Ah, there is still something. Kind of little. Even it's fast travel.
The bearer of the burning quill is within, my lord. Prithee enter.
Do we learn more about Ultima?
You are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
A scroll containing the preliminary findings of the Undying's ill-scattered venture in the ruins of Kretov, sealed with the wax imprint of Phoenix feather.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Aha, level up. Level 42. Aha, we got something special. The breath of ice reduces the ice age cooldown time. And I think it would be a good idea to buy supplies.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Ah, we have 47,000. Is this new song? Adds new song to the highways orchestration. Okay, of course, I collect these.
Of course. A fine choice. Anything else? A fine choice. Anything else? A fine choice. Of course. A fine choice. Of course. A fine choice. Of course. A fine choice. Go safely.
I think it's good. Always good idea to save. And then I think there was still one more side quest. Okay, over here.
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Trading places.
What's happened?
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
What's happened?
This inky shroud does not portend ill weather, alas. I fear it is the harbinger of something far worse. Has mankind strayed from the light of the heavens once more? Are we to be punished for our sins, like the denizens of Zemeckis?
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Would that we had anything to give.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
I check, can I fortify my current ice spell? 2500, okay, a little bit still more.
Time to fight.
Jaha, we need to go. I take this first. 2500. Aha, only 40 or something is.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay.
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming. What's happened?
Mikä vastrava? Aha, we need to actually... go around. No, I think I might have. Not yet. Aha.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Theodore led the dragon upriver. God help him. I only hope he's still alive.
There's an ether flood up ahead. I know Theo's a bearer, but even he can't stay in there forever.
Aha, it's blue area, totally.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's
that we found
this thing's turned as well.
36 level.
Theodore, you had me worried for...
What is happening?
We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! So will you! Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore. Wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Oh.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together, then. For Theodore.
Solid cyclone cooldown. Aha, this must be Wall of Memory. Crimson Caravan Signboard displayed in Clive's chambers. So we got actually one more Wall of Memory.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world. I brought Theo here to be safe, and I have never looked back since.
Eloise isn't the type to give up. Maybe not. She'll still need our support. We're all going to have to look out for each other now.
Time to buy supplies.
Many thanks. You've a discerning eye. A fine choice. Many thanks. Farewell.
And then I think it's good to upgrade. This is a diamond dust. And might be a good idea also. Save when you have advanced. And I think it's time to go back to Hideaway. So the side quests are done or completed. I check storyteller before going to the main quest.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have a few new notes that might interest you. What subject shall we consider today?
I check only one. Magic barriers. Some dominants have ability to call upon a part of the icon's power to summon a ward, a night impervious barrier that no magics no matter can cross. However, its maintenance requires a continuous channeling of ether through summoner's flesh, taking heavy toll upon them. The larger the barrier, the greater the burden.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
And then I think it's time to go for main quest.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
And before it seems that there is something here.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
A fitting performance. Natalia reports an unexpected surplus in Dalmily stores, and as a means of showing the town's gratitude for past assistance, has expressed her distinct wish that one Lord Underhill partake in the good fortune. And so reward is actually ability points this time. 2,500. It's very nice amount. So I just use it for abilities. quite amount of points. And now I have already 3000.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Crystal and Dominion. Nameless. It's a Dion. Well, Dion has one of the most powerful icons, Bahamut.
What is this place?
Ah, it was this little healer. Bread, sword. Oh, this was actually Bahamut.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Aha, lanterns on the river.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
For the dead people, to remember those who had gone or passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know. But I couldn't just leave you lying there.
Spear of Bahamut.
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes, it's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
I think I check notes. Because I think because of the side quest, Undying was gathering information about Ultima. So I just check if there are any extra information.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Let's look these reading notes. In loss there will be found. It is hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watching the birds or reading the bags. Yet he is not, and is everything I can do not to fall on my knees and weep. Still I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I will all get together. As long as still have the caravan, he will ever be with me, and I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. So this was Ilo's. And then there is also one message. Clive, there is but one crystal left, needs cracking, and but one man who can do it. See you that don't miss. So okay, there is a last crystal. But there was no message from Undying. So maybe I still visit Storyteller.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
I only take Dion this time. Dominant of Bahamut, Warden of Light. After lying waste to much of crystalline dominion in a Ultima-inspired frenzy, Clive evacuated him to the hideaway, where Tarja labored to mend his wounds. Finally awake, he escaped to the Dominion to survey the damage he had done, and collapsed from shock, awaking again to find himself in the care of young medicine girl named Kibel.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
Come back. Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed, remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I?
Same location.
Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Back again? What is it that you wish to learn? Thus ends today's lesson.
There are still side quests.
Please, Your Grace, stay strong. Ah, my Lord Marquis. It was the greatest honor of my life.
To be appointed protector to His Grace, I have served him in that capacity since he first began his journey across Valistia, the purpose of which was twofold: to further the undying knowledge of Ultima, and to further His Grace's knowledge of you, my lord. After he learned of your survival, your brother insisted that we try to trace your movements. Thanks to the investigations of my fellow acolytes, we learned of you having taken the name of Seed.
But now?
Our journey together is at the end. His Grace bids me remain here and protect those you and he hold dear.
So I bid you.
My lord, if I might be so bold, please look after him in my stead.
Your companions are kind indeed.
Everyone has been most welcoming. Lady Taria has been especially gracious, though I know something of the medicinal arts. It's hardly enough to warrant the acclaim of one so skillful.
I must admit.
At first I doubted that her brains was sincere. The Undying are trained in what few simple skills might serve us in the field, but there is certainly no praise for those who excel in such endeavors.
But I see now.
That this is your way. You encourage each other, that each might lend their strength to the cause, no matter how seemingly slight their contribution.
Quixote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua? Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it? The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood?
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients. I had only thought to ask for your assistance in finding a new source of stonerwort. But if you're sure about collecting it from the flood by the aqueduct, I should be most grateful, my lord.
Clive, I wanted to give you something for the kindness you showed my mentor.
Oh, something is given.
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever likely to need. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the infirmary with you.
I'm sure it will be very helpful indeed. And Talia, try not to work too hard.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study, but he's got a long way to go yet. I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his medicine?
Who indeed?
We got medicine chest. I just check. Aha, it's here. Curiosities. Medicine chest. Beautifully carved chest that opens to reveal countless compartments full of tonics and tinctions. Seeing as you so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might have as well take a part of infirmary with you. Ah, displayed in clived chambers. This is actually full of memory item. And when I'm here, I just check Moogle nectar. How the hunt goes, as these bookers went bad enough on their own, I hear some of them to invite friends to the party. But never fear, Kupo, Nectar the board shall always be with you in spirit. If you need more practical assistance, Kupo, turn to Tolga. Okay, so we have defeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I know there is one class S. This is class C, and this is the most powerful class S, and I have actually met this one. It was level 50. And there is even another level S. There is one here. There is third level S. Existing.
You need anything, you just ask. We might not have your uncle's resources, but resourcefulness we've got in spades.
How do you split the sea?
And then I visit blacksmith just to check if there are anything. Of course we can check part.
Adrift on foam-flecked peaks, despair looms below. Yet in the dark, a flame is sparked that warms us in its glow.
Torgal is resting, relaxing here. I think I got the new song. I just check. It is on the shoulders of giants.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of patio nuts and all.
What do I owe the honor? The sound of ringing steel.
Has filled the streets of Caravans since back before anyone can remember. And there's not a smith worth his salt who didn't apprentice under one of the village masters. Me and Sultan worked old Vulcan foundry till our lungs burned and our skin turned black, but we were happy. Till we weren't. This chance, people change, and we can either change with them, or we can stay stuck in the past. Me and old mate, we've chosen to put our past behind us so the Trammers can have future. Future where young smiths can be proud of work done well and work done right, just like here.
Who knows?
Maybe someday my apprentice will be someone else's master and work them just as hard as I do him.
So will it be?
nice brand. There are a couple of materials missing. This is better. I remember this. Gotterdammerung. We have Ragnarok, but there are different materials what are needed. And we got one more of those Kaltites. Grimaldian hide is missing. And the materials are missing. Materials are missing. I check, can we upgrade anything?
The stew's awfully thin these days.
It's very near to 3 reeds. We have enough ability points. Okay, this requires 4,000. Little bit target practice.
You deserve a rest. Run like the wind. Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Lotte mentioned blood-red petals.
Oh, there is 136 level.
Just my luck. Well, I'm not making anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. It's over!
Oh, 43,000 damage, almost 50. There are stone board.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yotei.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Yotei, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
One of the few varieties of flora capable of resisting high concentrations of ether, this herb is most often found in and around etherflowers, where the fauna that would feast on its nutritious roots oft fall prey to the akashic cousins if they don't turn themselves.
My lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Warnings, heal thyself.
You and your brother really are alike, my lord. Though selflessness is a virtue, I beg you, please take more care of yourselves.
Split the sea.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
And I check here. Full of memories. Okay, there is Hanged Man signboard. Then there is Martha's Rest signboard. Guardian's Scarf. Okay, next is new. This is new one. Crimson Caravans signboard. The emblems of Crimson Caravans, portals of fire, re-owned base in the market town of Bucklard. It depicts a laden chocobo of after the death of her brother and confidant Theodore-in-law chose to continue the work they had begun to get the freeing bearers from slavery, just as she had freed him so many years before. And this is also a new medicine chest. And I think this is good stopping point. We have done a couple of side quests and also a little bit about main quest. I want to thank you for all for stopping by and for watching.